To the extent that it can be cultivated, it's something that isn't cultivated through practice per se, but it's definitely some. Look, I don't see creativity as a mystical thing. I don't see it as a genius thing. I see it as, and I think creativity to me is just, it's an intrinsic human quality. I feel we all have that. We all can be the most creative improvisers on the planet. I know that sounds a little
unrealistic.
Well, I think there are skills that you need as a musician in order to realize that creativity in through a musical language, in a musical context. And some of those skills definitely have their basis in some natural talent. Look, there are musicians who have perfect pitch. Many of you may not be musicians, but chances are 10% of you have perfect pitch. Maybe more. I don't know what there are musicians who have photographic memories. Probably all of you have photographic memories here at Harvard Law School. There are musicians who have a perfect time, metronomic time. I don't have any of those. I don't think in terms like if you go to if you go to the raw musical talent part, like the intrinsic musical talent part, if you map my brain, you're not gonna, I'm gonna be way in the low percentile. I'm not being it's intentionally self-deprecating here. I feel like my talent, whatever talent I have as a musician, as a jazz improviser, lies in the fact that I've never seen or approached improvisation as this foreign mystical thing. That I've always seen it as something that's as natural as having a conversation. I think we all demonstrate a tremendous amount of creativity in every aspect of our lives. Throughout the day.
But it's a conversation in a special form, as you pointed. It's like having a conversation in sonnets, right? It's engagement through a tradition and a set of constraints that you have, over time, fully internalized to the point where you can fluidly move in and out of them.
Right. But I've taken the time. I've taken the time to learn the language. Because the language spoke to me, because I was inspired by jazz musicians from a very early age. We've all taken the time unconsciously to learn the English language. Not necessarily because we were inspired by it, but because we had to. But I feel like that's I had the interest, I had the love, and so I took the time to learn the language. But the creativity, the language is just the language, but what I have to say, like putting it together, I'm not saying that I don't have a talent for that. I think I do have a talent for that. But I'm saying that talent is not. It's much more intrinsic than it is elusive.